Never a dull moment when it comes to the Baltimore Ravens and any type of news. We told you, just because it is the offseason does not mean we will stop. It doesn't mean the rumors will stop either, because man, oh man, we were just hit with a blow. That title window is coming to a smaller and smaller window. But we are back. We are here. We are healthy. We are safe. And you are with the Purple Rain podcast with me, Simply, and my guy, Sutton. Welcome back. Episode 25.
Yeah, man. Episode 25. Appreciate all you guys for coming along on this ride with us. 25 episodes into the Purple Rain podcast. And like my guy Alex said, we're not stopping anytime soon. You know, just because...
I think we ain't done yet.
We ain't done yet. Exactly. In the words of our star cornerback, Marcus Peters, we're not done yet. And we're not going to be done for a long time. Just because football season is over does not mean that Purple Rain is over, just like we said last time. So shout out to you guys coming through in the chat. We see you guys. Unknown Goat, Spiritual Dub, our guy Ramey, Fox is 23, Devon Johnson, Zeke Phillips, all in the house. Shout out to you guys. Make sure you like the video first and foremost. Also subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Like we said, I am Sutton Def. You can find me on Twitter or Instagram at Sutton Def. You can also find my guy Alex on Twitter or Instagram. He actually has a new ad on Twitter.
Finally.
Listen, yeah, tell us about that, bro.
Real quick, I see my guy Ramey's in here. Best Ravens account on Twitter. Follow him. Hoodie Ramey. Literally, no debate. But basically, somebody has Simply AS10. I don't know who it is. I've tried to get it for years before I started making YouTube videos, because that's what I've been known as before.
Right.
Couldn't get it. So I'm like, my guy on Twitter, Joker Hitstick, was like, bro, if you put the L and make it a capital I, it looks the same. So now on Twitter, it is Simp, but then it's IYAS10. Looks like Simply AS10. Looks can be deceiving, but finally, it feels good. It feels really, really good to actually have that as a handle now.
Yeah, man. Shout out to you, because I didn't think you were going to pull it off. I saw your tweet yesterday and you were like, bro, can I please get the ad? And you added the guy. I go on his page and it's like some guy who's super inactive, right? Not posting anything. I wish he had a...
The most annoying thing is that people have tried to reach out to me through there, and it's not
really?
Me. They think it's me because the initials are the same as mine. But I'm like, dude, you're kind of hurting me, because I have to look it up and see what they're saying, because people have requested videos that way. So it just gets annoying, but hopefully this can help me out. So it just feels nice to have that as my ad
now. Yeah, man, it looks good too. I was looking at it today. And I was like, yeah, man, it looks official now. You look way more official. Simply AS10 in the house.
We just need the verified checks. That's all we need next. Just let me get that. Come on.
Just that check. But shout out to everybody once again in the chat. Like you said, shout out to Hoodie Ramey. I actually have seen his Twitter account now that you bring it up multiple times, talking about Ravens and stuff like that. So, and he is a pretty good account. So maybe I'll have to give him a follow after the stream is over. Brandon Lewis says, "What's up, gang? What's up, Brandon?"
Coming through. Oh
yeah. Let's see. Deleted user says, "Yo, Sutton, are you able to do waves?" Waves. What does that mean? Waves. Oh wait, like wave to people. I don't know if maybe. I don't know. Boz says Rain Gang. Shout out to Boz, one of our mods in the chat. Yeah, it's always a good stream when the mods come through, holding it down for us, just like always. But guys, listen. There's been some Ravens news. There's been some super spicy developments as of late. Typically we don't really get into situations like this where a player, and by that player we all know the elephant in the room, Orlando Brown JR, where a player will come out and basically say that he wants to get traded. Now, he didn't actually come out and say himself on Twitter yesterday and say that he wanted to get traded. I believe it was who was it again? Who said it? Was it Schefter?
So Lock and Four said it first, but
okay.
You can't really trust him because he was wrong on lots of things. So Ian Rappaport had it. You can everybody makes mistakes, but Rappaport mistakes and Schefter's mistakes are very, very minimal. But when Rappaport said it and Tom Pelissero from the NFL Network, that's how it's going down.
Yeah, man. And basically, what the tweet had said was, Orlando Brown, he wants out. He wants a trade from Baltimore, and Baltimore basically needs a major haul. And I found that interesting. I found that very interesting because what does a major haul actually look like for the Baltimore Ravens? And I want to ask my guy Alex that. And I want to ask the entire Rain Gang in the chat right now. If you're watching live, answer that question for me. If you're not watching live, you're watching the replay, shout out to you. Special shout out to you.
Yes.
And make sure you leave a comment down below with what you think a major haul would entail for trading away Orlando Brown. But Alex, what do you think it is?
Got to be a first-round pick. I mean, Rappaport said that he said with the way the offseason is looking like a lot of quarterbacks are going to be in the move, you can have the best quarterback of all time, but if you don't have a good line like we saw in Super Bowl 55, what's the point? You know, and I think the linemen could have a bigger value than the quarterbacks maybe, depending who you have under center. So I'm expecting the first-round pick, and with EDC, you know he's going to work his magic. And he might even get a first and a second for him. He's going to work his magic.
A first and a second. That would mean that we get 2 first-round picks.
But I feel realistic. I would like a first, a third, and a fifth, or maybe flip-flop first and get a third, depending how high we can go. But either way, I expect us to maybe have 2 first-round picks, or maybe in the future, and then maybe just move up. But I definitely expect us to get some good capital. Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, I think, like you said, I have all the faith in the world in Eric DaCosta, our GM, that he's gonna make it so we win that trade and we win it by a long shot. So let's just see some of the Rain Gang chiming in here. Click One says, "I want 2 first-round picks and a star player for Zeus." That's a little steep.
Wishful
that's
thinking.
Very steep. Very wishful thinking.
It's not like the GM is Bill O'Brien, unfortunately.
Right. Ryan says 3 picks, including a first and a second. Okay, so a major haul of picks. I'm not totally against that. I have been on the record saying that I would love to get a bunch of picks, you know, and kind of home grow our guys, you know, draft an O lineman, draft a DB, and maybe receiver. We can find our way with that. But yeah. Jay says 3rd round pick and somewhat good wide receiver. That's a little bit of a low ball. That's
if the receiver is top tier, then I'd be cool with it. But depending who the receiver is, you know, I think we got to get more than the 3rd. I mean, I don't want to compare with the whole Texans thing. But if Laramie Tunsil was worth 2 first-round picks, I know that was far stretch. Orlando Brown has to be worth, you know, 1 at least.
Yeah. Let's see. Our guy Voice says a first rounder and then some. Devon Johnson says a first rounder. Oh, what? I lost the comment. First rounder would be nice, but I would take 2nd or 3rd and a player. Okay, so you guys are saying basically 1st, 2nd round and maybe a player or something like that. Boz says 3rd and 5th for Antonio Brown. Oh, man, Boz always joking around.
That's Super Bowl champion Antonio Brown to you, Boz.
Yeah.
Well played.
Hoodie Ramey says, can't wait to sign A.J. Green this offseason.
We were talking about it last episode. It's a typical Raven move. But I was thinking this. If Eric DaCosta got a 2nd round pick for Hayden Hurst, what could he get for Orlando Brown?
Yeah. You're absolutely right. But we appreciate all of you guys in the Rain Gang, you know, chiming in here and letting us know what you guys think a major haul necessarily is. Hoodie Ramey also says he wants DJ Chark and the 25th pick from the Jags.
I would be cool with that. I would like that. Okay. I think Chark fits their offense. And the 25th, I think that'd be a win-win. Because, you know, they can start building around Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
They have LaVisca Chenault down there. They have D.J. Westbrook. They can go for Allen Robinson in the offseason if they have the money. I mean, I'd be cool with that. I think that's a win-win.
Yeah, I mean, I think that would be a win-win, honestly. Now, let's see. I actually had, and I was talking to you about this before the show. There was an article that was put out by the Baltimore Sun, and they basically comprised like a list of possible trade packages that can be done for Orlando Brown. And I wanted to kind of bring that up to you guys and see what you guys think about it. Alex, see what you think about it. Yeah. I haven't even read the whole list myself yet because I wanted to wait until we got on the show so we can all kind of experience this together. And for those of you, you know, who didn't read that article. Let's see. But real quick, though, I'm going to bring up our guy, Cam Neal. Shout out to Cam Neal, always coming through, always supporting He says Orlando Brown Jr. is worth 2 first rounders and a star player after looking at Tunsil's deal. EDC got sleight of hand. He's gonna finesse somebody. And I agree. I definitely agree. Peyton Elizabeth, she says, Rain Gang. Shout out to Peyton.
Thank you.
We appreciate you for coming through, always supporting. But let's see. Let's go ahead and bring up this article on the screen.
While you're pulling it up,
yeah.
If you're here, merch coming soon. We always bring it up in the end of the show, but this is the beginning. So if you're rewatching this, just know the merch is coming soon, and I'll be on the lookout. I
actually have some stuff to show you, Alex, right after the show. So we're gonna, What do we say? So look, we have this article by the Baltimore Sun, which, like I said, they were basically talking about potential trade packages for our guy Orlando Brown Jr., aka Zeus. The first one states, as you guys can see, the Indianapolis Colts. This scenario basically says we trade Orlando Brown for the Colts' 21st overall pick and the 2022 second round pick. Now, just right off the bat, what do you think about that?
I like it. A first and the second. I brought it up. I think that is fair for Orlando Brown Jr. because I think we can draft his replacement with one of those 2 picks and then get somebody to help Lamar on the offense. Yeah. Or sure up that secondary. I definitely like that trade, a first and a second for Zeus. Yeah. I know like I said, I don't think getting 2 firsts will happen because not every GM is as idiotic as Bill O'Brien.
Right.
But it's the next best thing. And, if you don't want to be in Baltimore, no point in you being in the black and purple.
Facts. Christopher Swain says, yo, what's up, Rain Gang? What's up, Chris? Yeah, always coming through. Same thing with Taquan as well. Let's see. So I wanted to read you their reasoning for this Indianapolis Colts pick because they actually had their reasoning there as well. And as you guys can see, it reads as follows. Why it works. With Phillip Rivers finally stepping away from the NFL, the Colts need a franchise quarterback. With left tackle Anthony Costanzo joining him in retirement, they also need a blindside bodyguard. If the Ravens want a cheap, ready-made replacement for Brown, they could potentially find a top 3 tackle available at the number 21 pick. For example, Virginia Tech's Christian Darrisaw, Oklahoma State's Tevin Jenkins, and USC's Elijah Vera Tucker are all considered first-round prospects. Okay. So for that reason alone, I like it. Like I said, I'm on the record here basically saying that I would prefer us to get a haul of picks rather than trading for players who may not necessarily fit in our system, or we might necessarily have to end up paying too much, that sort of thing. I like our guys homegrown, like we were saying. But what do you think about that? Maybe trading, Brown for those picks, the number 21st overall pick in this year's draft, and then in next year's draft, getting the second round pick off of them as well to get those offensive linemen.
Can't get mad at that. Like we've talked about it before, getting a lineman in the first round, it's not like it's the sexy move, but it's the right move. It's really hard to to go wrong with a lineman unless you just can't scout. But I would like the second round pick too, maybe this year's second round. I'll go on right now. I did not like the Ravens picking J.K. Dobbins and with the second round pick. I'm like, why? Why do we need a running back? But now I'm like, oh my God, that's like the best pick, or one of the best picks. I think if we get a second round this year, I think we would get another ready-made player for the season coming up. Like he would fit in somewhere. So I would try to push for this year because we're gonna have to pay Lamar, we're gonna have to pay Mark Andrews, and that's why I'd rather have the pick this year because you never know what we're gonna next year, what we're gonna do. So maybe we can draft somebody's replacement, be a tight end in the second round. Could replace Mark Andrews. Not saying it's going to happen, but if we could somehow get this year's first and second, I'd be even happier with it. But what are your opinions on it? I know you like it, but you think is it too much, too little, or is it the right value?
I think it's a little bit too little. I like it, but I don't love it. I feel like it doesn't make us. It doesn't. Making a trade like that, we didn't necessarily come out with a win, you know what I mean? Because we're going to draft an offensive lineman with that number 21 pick. Okay. And we got to hope that he's good. You know what I mean? We got to hope that he can fill the shoes of whoever on that offensive line. So, I like it, but I don't love it. But
what if they were throwing a fourth or a fifth? Because we can draft fourth and fifth rounders. How'd you feel about that?
Again, I mean, I like it, but I don't love it. I just feel like there are better, trade scenarios out there
Okay.
than a 21st pick. Because what do we have? The 27th pick, right? We have the
27th, yeah.
27th pick. So basically, we'd be moving down 6 spots. We draft an offensive lineman and then draft who in the third, fourth, or fifth round. Who we draft in
Wait,
typical Ravens fashion?
we would
Probably
be
like.
swapping picks, or we wouldn't get there first?
Oh no, we wouldn't be swapping. I'm just saying
Okay,
like we
okay,
move
cool.
down, we get to get the best player available at that 21st
Yeah.
spot, and we still
Okay,
get the
cool.
27th pick as well. But
Yeah, okay.
yeah, man, I just feel like there's a lot better scenarios that we could definitely finesse for Orlando Brown Jr.
And the Ravens are going to trade down in the draft. It happens literally every year. We're going to trade back. We're going to get some more picks. And then we're going to pick somebody in the first round. It's going to be a steal. You know how it's going to be. But just that's how it is with the Ravens and drafting. Speaking of drafting, we will be live streaming our reactions on draft
That
night.
we will.
So
Yes.
when that trade does happen, be here with us to see it unfold.
Absolutely. So let's go ahead and see what the Rain Gang has to say about our guy Orlando Brown getting traded to the Colts. Let's see. Courtney Rogers says, no, the Colts are a serious threat.
Are they?
Are they, though?
They got to win their division.
Yeah. I mean,
And who's their quarterback?
who's their
Jacoby
quarterback?
Brissett?
I mean, you can put an Orlando Brown on that offensive line, but if he doesn't have a competent enough quarterback, then, I mean, it's not going to do it any justice. Am I right?
I mean, Carson Wentz is rumored to go either there or Chicago.
Mm.
So, and it's
Now,
looking
if
like
Wentz
the Bears
goes
are
there,
in
it
the
makes
lead.
sense.
Yeah, but I think the Bears are in the lead by a little bit.
Okay.
But Jameis is a free agent. Got to protect him, or he'll make those errant interceptions. You know it's a given. I really can't see any other quarterback going there unless they draft somebody. Or maybe they rock with Brissett. Maybe Brissett learned something from Rivers that we don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Wentz is just the perfect fit for this. I don't know if they can't land him. Who do they get?
I mean, I don't know. But let's see. What else do we have here? Boss says, no, they are not a threat. LMAO. I don't really think that the Colts are. I think they're still a couple years away from being
They have
a
a great running
threat.
back. Jonathan
They have
Taylor. Definitely.
Jonathan Taylor,
Really.
very promising. But like Jay says here, they need a QB. They need a QB. Christopher Swain says, but I don't want them to go to the Colts. They have a great defense, but who is their QB exactly? Fatal Storm Clan, I see you put this comment in here earlier. He says Corey Davis looks good in a Titans uniform, probably better in a Ravens uniform, so let's make it happen. We'll talk about that a little bit later, but, stick around. Stick around, my guy. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the next scenario that they have here in this article. They actually have, that's just me in,
Oh, wow.
there we go. There we go.
Perfect.
So let's see. The next one they have is actually the Jacksonville Jaguars, and they say trade Orlando Brown for Jacksonville's number 33rd overall pick in the second round and wide receiver DJ Chark. So what do you think about that? The 33rd pick and DJ Chark.
I got to get a first rounder. I mean, he's a first round. He has first round value. Look what he did for us. He went on either side of the line and was an all pro bowler. I wouldn't be happy with that. I would be happy with Chark, but I feel like we actually lost a trade, which is weird for Ravens fans. I think if it's a first, then Chark, like you said, I like it, but I don't love it. If I get maybe a third or a fourth, and then I'm starting to like it even more. But I'm not. Only way I'll love it, a first, a third, a fifth in Chark, but that's not happening.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, to your point, we got to get a first. We have to get a first. You know what I mean? Like a second round and DJ Chark, it's like, okay, DJ Chark is cool, but he's not going to be like he's not going to be an X factor on our offense, especially considering the way that we run our offense already. And I know everybody says we need, that number one receiver, everything like that, but I don't see necessarily DJ Chark being that guy. You know what I mean? And
he
unless
doesn't hold the same value compared to like an Allen Robinson would for Kenny Galladay.
Right.
But he would definitely be a great piece for the offense, but he's not. He just doesn't. It's not enough for us to feel happy with that trade.
Yeah. And unofficial step godfather, he says too low, too low. Yeah, agreed, man. I don't think that we would benefit from getting DJ Chark in the number 33rd overall pick unless Eric DaCosta and that Ravens front office, they absolutely fall in love with the guy that they know is going to fall to the 33rd pick, which I don't see that happening either. So yeah, I think that's another one that's probably a little least likely to happen. Hoodie Ramey says, I'm telling you, bro, give me Chark.
When we do trade for him, when we get their first rounder and then Chark and then some more, you know where to find the highlights at.
Yeah.
You know where it's going to be. But like I said, I'd be cool with Chark. I would. I just need some more capital, some draft capital.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, I'm not saying Chark's a bad player or anything like that. I mean, he's a very talented player, very special athlete. But at the same time, it's just like we would need more than just him and that 33rd pick, for a guy like Orlando Brown.
Yeah, and then speaking, like, if we had him in our offense, I feel like that opens up Duvernay more. I mean, if we ever want to use him, just a thought of mine. I feel like it wouldn't give us a threat, but it'd give us a threat. Teams, they can't just, say that's just the same Ravens wide receivers. Right. Because there's a guy there who can do it. Yeah. I mean, we're getting somewhere with that one, but just not one I love.
So what it says for the Why It Works section here, and I'll read this off to you guys. And real quick, I'll bring up this comment on Peyton Elizabeth. She says, to protect Lawrence, that would be very interesting seeing Orlando Brown in Jacksonville protecting Trevor Lawrence next year. That'd be a sight to see, actually. But going ahead and reading why they think it works for Orlando Brown going to the Jacksonville Jaguars, they said, in Orlando Brown, that is, the Jaguars would get a Pro Bowl level left tackle for Trevor Lawrence. In Chark, the Ravens get a Pro Bowl level possession wide receiver who, like Orlando Brown, is entering the last year of his rookie contract. Plus, there's a sweetener of a draft pick. Eric DaCosta could find Brown's replacement with either of his 2 second-round picks, drafting a prospect whose athleticism might keep him from first-round consideration, but whose ability at right tackle makes him a potential day-one starter. So they make a valid point. But like I said, DaCosta, I've seen DaCosta do better, so I expect better. You know what I mean? So yeah, what do you think?
Like a 5th rounder and a backup linebacker for Marcus Peters.
Right.
We've seen better.
Yeah. The Spirit of Ogun, he says that's not a quote unquote haul. We need more. Facts.
Yes.
All facts, bro. Yes. Courtney Rogers giving with some stats or some specs on DJ Chark. 6'4", 4.3 speed. Is that facts? That's a fact.
If we can confirm that, I definitely want him on the team.
I mean 6'4", 4.3. You can't argue with that, can you?
I don't think you can. I think he's definitely in my top 3 for a receiver I would like on the Ravens next year. Definitely in there with Davis and obviously Robinson and Galladay, but I think he might get to number 3 by the end of this podcast.
By the end of the podcast. Hey, let's see what else we have here from you guys. AJC Senior says, we don't use the receivers we have. Why bother bringing in another? I mean, hey.
You're not wrong.
He's not wrong.
But, hey, maybe with the preseason, with the whole, organized offseason, not saying it's normal, but organized. Right. Yeah. The boys. I mean, listen, you know where Lamar and Hollywood are in the offseason. They're in Florida. You know where DJ Chark plays? In Florida. He comes to the Ravens. # coming to the Ravens. They could use some practicing. Maybe they see something in training camp. Some more advanced passing plays, and you never know. But we're still going to be run first offense. I agree with your statement, but it would just give the defense something else to worry about.
Yeah, we need that, right? We need that. We need somebody. At least we also need just like a security blanket for Lamar. We saw what it did for guys like Josh Allen when they got themselves, a big name wide receiver for their young quarterback. It's just like it makes all the difference. So it's like, we definitely do need somebody who is going to at least be a threat. You know what I mean? Because I feel like that will open up other opportunities on our offense, like you said, for maybe guys like Duvernay, maybe guys like J.K. Dobbins. I think J.K. Dobbins is going to have a huge year next year, but that's a conversation for another
And
episode.
if we can get playoff Hollywood during the regular season, come
Ooh.
on. Wow. Playoff Hollywood is a different breed.
Asmodeus, shout out to Asmodeus, man. Very loyal, always coming through as well. We appreciate you, bro. He says, am I crazy to think 3 first rounders for Orlando Brown? Asmodeus.
Hey, listen. If every GM was the same, you're not crazy. Because somehow, some way, the Lions got 2 firsts for Matt Stafford and Jared Goff. So I get what you're saying, but he doesn't have a big contract. He doesn't have, and there's not going to be a GM that's going to give up that much for a left tackle. It's not like it's quarterback. So you're not crazy for thinking that, but it's just not going to happen.
Let's see. Real quick, little sidebar here. Our guy Christopher Swain, he says, this is not about Orlando Brown, but if you could keep 2 outside linebackers on the Ravens, who would they be? For me, I mean, I love me some Pernell McPhee, man. I really do. He's bringing the energy every play. You know what I mean? He's got the instincts. He's there. He's just always seeming to disrupt plays. So I'm gonna probably have to go Pernell McPhee as one of them. And I understand he's older, but I just love his leadership on the defense. I feel like that's something that we definitely need. I would go with him. But who would you say? Let's do a one-on-one here. Okay. So I pick Pernell. Who do you pick?
Definitely Judon.
I was gonna say Judon too.
If the price is right. I know how some fans feel about him, but I feel he's one that if he gets away, you'll see how much he meant to this defense.
Yeah. Let's see here. Brandon says McPhee is great for the locker room. Fatal Storm Clan says Yannick Ngakoue.
I wanted to say Bowser too, but I think Bowser his interceptions kind of overshadowed like his performance. I know, like I was saying, re-sign him. And obviously, I want us to re-sign him, but compared to the Judon stats, I feel like we were giving him we weren't really that hard on Tyus Bowser compared to Matt Judon, and that's because he got the franchise tag. And I understand that. But minus the interceptions, what did he do that Judon didn't? That's my thing. So,
I mean, I guess I don't know, man. Let's see. Tyus Bowser. So if you had to start one, bench one, cut one between Tyus Bowser, Matthew Judon, and Yannick Ngakoue, who you starting? Who you benching? Who you cutting?
Starting Judon because it just fits the Ravens defense. He's been here. He's becoming a leader. Benching Yannick and sadly cutting Tyus. I mean, this was his first good year since he's been here. And I don't want us to. I wish we could have did that, given Zadarius Smith the contract, but he just wanted too much money. He was out of our price range. I get that. But Tyus Bowser, he was very seldomly making plays when he was on the field his first 3 years. I remember 17, 18, and 19. I can only name a few of his sacks off my head from those years. So, yeah. And I think we can get a comp pick, too, for Tyus Bowser. So, if he plays good, we can get up to a third-round pick. But realistically, maybe a fourth or a fifth. So,
yeah. Chris Swain, he brings up a great point here. He says, don't forget about Hattie.
Don't forget about Jahad Ward. You got to re-sign him. I think that's just stupid to let him walk. Yeah. Because he brings the energy no matter what game.
Yeah.
You saw the picture of him flipping the bird to the Titans fans after we beat them. That's what I want in my team.
I remember that. Let's see. Brandon says definitely re-sign Jahad Ward. Absolutely. Y Jumper has been saying this for a while. He says, I say trade Orlando for Bosa.
Which Bosa? Nick or Joey?
Nick or Joey?
Probably Joey, because Nick's coming off an injury.
Yeah. Hey man, I wouldn't
mind
What are you about to say?
I wouldn't mind either of them.
I wouldn't mind either of them. Shoot, I mean, if they want to come and play in Baltimore, I would gladly take one of the Bosa brothers over here in Baltimore. That's for sure. Chris Swain says, I saw Jihad Ward in my barber shop a few weeks ago. I said hi, and it was so cool. That's dope. That's really dope, man.
That's what's up.
That's dope. Uh,
Did you do the king? You put the crown on? I gotta let him know.
Man, that's like the best.
Yes.
I love it. All right, so guys, let's keep moving along here with the Orlando Brown trade packages. We're almost through them all. I think we have like maybe 2 or 3 more. So we're going to roll through these here. Let's see. The next one is going to be the Miami Dolphins. Okay. The Miami Dolphins. So they're basically saying here, the Ravens would trade Orlando Brown to Miami for Miami's number 17 overall pick and their 2022 third round pick. So we're getting, this is the lowest or the highest rather pick that we've seen thus far, the number 17th overall pick, and then next year's third round pick. What do you think about that?
Cool. Still not enough. I'd rather take the Colts one, their first round, their 1 or 25, 21.
Mm-hmm.
And that second round pick. I'd rather have that because this is just their number 17 and next year's third round pick, just for like a few 4 spots higher.
Yeah.
No. And it's not like we have a need that's so glaring compared to what we, other teams that 4 pick difference like will really make. I mean, I like the pick 17, maybe give me a second and a third and we're talking, but
It's interesting. They say why it works. They say if the Dolphins take a quarterback with the number 3rd overall pick, whether it be Zach Wilson from BYU, Justin Fields, they can put Orlando Brown at left tackle. They can kick Austin Jackson over to the right tackle and move Robert Hunt inside the guard, potentially upgrading all 3 spots in just one swoop. And as for the Ravens, as for us, it says this is probably as valuable a first-round selection as they can get and a player for pick swap, which is interesting. They're saying that basically the 17th overall pick is probably one of the highest picks we can get. Is that what they're saying? I think that's what they're saying there.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. Yeah. That's what they're saying.
Yeah.
I think we can get the Chargers like number 13 pick if we're being honest.
Yeah. Michael the Hawks fan says not enough. Shout out to Michael the Hawks fan. Also, shout out to Emmanuel Asapa as well. And Andrew Sakara, you guys, coming through tonight. We appreciate you guys. Everybody watching live right now. We've got about 50 people watching. We appreciate you guys so much. Thank you guys so much. Like you said, when the NFL season is over, the Rain Gang does not stop. It does not. So we appreciate you guys for coming through and rocking out with us. Make sure you like the video if you haven't already. And make sure you subscribe to the channel as well for more weekly content.
Hey man, we might have something big coming our way.
Big.
That's all. Like when I say big, I mean big. So
big.
Just stick with us, man. We got you.
Yeah. Trust me, like you want to be a part of the family now. Now's the great time. Now's the best time to invest into Purple Rain Podcast, man. So make sure you're coming through, you subscribing, hitting the notifications button, and also make sure you follow us on Instagram. I said follow us on Instagram at the Purple Rain Podcast, where we're going to be posting, Ravens updates and everything like that. Also, Purple Rain updates as well. Devon Johnson says, "Does big equal merch?" Hey, it might. That might be part of it.
It might. And if you follow us on Instagram, you'll find out what we're talking about before the show. Because we tell you guys what we're going to talk about.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, so we totally do.
If you want to get the inside scoop.
Yeah, absolutely. Make sure you guys are subscribed. And like I said, hit the notifications bell on YouTube, whether it be on, I don't know if they have a notifications bell on Instagram. Do they?
They do.
They do? Yeah. So make sure you guys are turning on the post notifications on Instagram, because we're going to be posting on there pretty much daily, and it's going to be updates for all things Ravens, all things Purple Rain. Let's see. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the last couple of trade scenarios that we have here from this article. Moving on to the next one, it is the LA Chargers. LA Chargers. It says that we could trade Orlando Brown and the 2022 third round pick for the Chargers number 13 overall pick and edge rusher Uchenna Nwaso.
We talked about this. We both would rather get picks.
We'd both rather get picks, yeah.
I just don't know how I feel about it. Will he fit our scheme? There's just too many questions for me to ask. Not saying he wouldn't fit.
Yeah.
I would just like the picks. That's just personally me.
Is edge rusher overrated?
Is it?
I think it might be.
Because I saw a tweet that like the last couple of All-Pro edges, they came in the first round, like 15 of the last 20. Like you got to invest in your edge rushers,
really,
and you gotta put some high draft capital into them. You know, it's not like you can get somebody in the 7th round and expect them to be going up against Quentin Nelson and expecting to buy him.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I think it's very interesting because you saw what EDC said at the press conference following the season, where, you know, this season more than any other season, quarterbacks were getting the ball out super quick. So we saw like a all-time low across the league, or like low in sacks this year. So I don't know if it's just getting away from that. You see oftentimes where the pressure gets there the most is when you have that interior pressure. When you have that interior pressure, I mean, hey.
You saw against the Chiefs. Shaq Barrett and JPP. I know it was a bad line. I get that.
I'm about to say that's a decimated offensive line.
But could our pass rush have gotten that much of pressure against them that we had? I don't think it could have.
Yeah, that's a good point. We just don't have as many people balling on our defensive line as the Bucs were. They were hot. They were red hot.
And our guys are very streaky. As much as I love Judon, he's one of the most streakiest players. He'll get a 3-sack game and go disappearing sack-wise. Not saying play style-wise, but just sack-wise. Yannick had that one good game against Jacksonville.
Yeah. Let's see. Hoodie Ramey says, well, think about it this way. Would the Bucs have just won without their pass rush?
Facts. And then, like you said, with interior, Vita Vea, and then Ndamukong Suh. But I think what I'm looking forward to a lot next year, which I think some Ravens are forgetting about, Justin Madubuike. I think he's part of like that new type of interior lineman. He can get to the quarterback. So, and I think I saw Brandon Williams. He's making $15 million, and he like doesn't even play like half the snaps in a game. I think we're gonna ask him for a pay cut. I really want to keep him. I don't want us to cut him, but if we want to get further, we need help up in the front. I mean, that money can go towards an edge rusher. But and I know how crucial he is, but for somebody making that much money, not playing like at least 75% of the snaps, I get it, big guy, but I just don't know how the Bucs managed to get all those players on the same team. Looking at it,
but it's like edge rusher, like you said, it's a position that you have to really invest into.
Yeah.
And we've seen over like the past couple of seasons, the past couple of drafts, like we're really not getting a whole lot of guys who can generate that pressure, at least consistently. Even our best at that edge pressure, which is Matt Judon, he's not even consistent at it. That's why we brought in Yannick Ngakoue, and he wasn't even consistent at it. He came on strong later in the season, but we didn't see what we needed to see in order for us to be, you know, taken to that next level. And then, you know, even drafting guys like Jalen Ferguson, you know what I mean?
I was just about to bring him up. He was a 3rd round pick.
Yeah.
3rd round. He had 2 sacks last year. Played in 14 games. He was healthy scratch for a couple of them. So this is the guy who was getting sacks. He led the college, the FBS in sacks. He beat Terrell Suggs' record. And what did he do when he showed promise going to his 3rd year. Maybe do we see a Zadarius Smith type breakout year? Not sure. But we need to see more from him, or he's gone. To put it, just to be straight up, he's probably going to be gone if he doesn't show anything.
Let's see what we have. We have a couple of questions in the chat here. So going back to the whole LA Chargers thing, let's see. Our guy, Antoine Knox. I'm not sure if I've seen Antoine around these parts before. If not, welcome. Shout out to you. Special shout out to you. He says, what about Mike Williams from the Chargers? Yeah. I've seen a lot of people talking about this. I've seen a lot of people talking about Mike Williams. Shout out to the guys from Lunch Break Hot Take, Jose and Brodney. I was watching their stream. Make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe to them as well. I was watching their stream last night, and they were talking about how, maybe bringing in Mike Williams to be that number 1 receiver, or just to be that big body, big catch radius receiver for Lamar Jackson. What do you think about Mike Williams bringing him in?
Doesn't he have injury issues? If I'm pretty sure.
So he has injury issues, but if you go back and look at the history, he really hasn't missed a whole lot of games.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do remember I was watching. It was a Saints Chargers game, that Monday night game, one of the few Chargers games I watched this year, and he was just eating the Saints secondary alive. Herbert was just dropping dimes on him. He was making contested catches. That's it. Let me check his contract. Let me see real quick what his contract's like.
Cause, I mean, like you said, I think I watched that game as well when Justin Herbert was literally just using Mike Williams as a security blanket.
Yeah.
Late in that game, just throw it up to him, he'll go get it. And he was going and getting it. So that's something that, a quarterback like Lamar Jackson, he definitely needs somebody who can, I don't want to say bail him out, but like somebody who's going to make that big catch, somebody who's going to be open, somebody who's going to draw more than one defender. But what's his contract looking like?
$15.6 million. He's a rental. He's a 1-year rental. Free agent in 22. I know. I can't.
Yeah, because I mean that would imply if like us getting him, that means we have to sell out kind of like on all fronts. Like, okay, this is the year. You know what I mean? We have to win this year. Because we have too many people coming up that we have to pay. Yeah. But I mean, nonetheless, it's a nice idea, right?
Maybe as a free agent next year. But I just can't. I can't get on board with giving him 15 mil when he's never been a true number one. Keenan Allen's there. I just can't. I can't do that.
Yeah. Void says nobody's mentioned Keenan Allen. I mean, I don't think the Chargers are.
If they want to trade him,
by all means,
get your ass on the phone right now. See how much they want for him.
Can you imagine the Purple Rain podcast episode where we announce or we break that the Ravens have just traded for Keenan Allen, a wide receiver? Oh my goodness. Turn us all the way up. Come on. But yeah, man. So let's see. Christopher Swain, let's see. He says, plus when Yannick would rush from the angle they show on TV, it looked like a tight 5. That's a huge difference from a wide 9. Okay, let's see here.
It's also depending how much he wants to. I'm not sure what his asking price is, because he was in the franchise tag too last year. So it's real quick compared to what Mike Williams is making this year. DJ Chark is making a modest $1.08 million. Free agent next year.
Wow. Looks like we could get Chark for
a lot less, and then you can maybe try to negotiate a contract with him. And the Ravens don't mind trading with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Last year we got Calais Campbell for a 5th round pick.
Yeah. So we definitely don't mind doing business with them. Now, I mean, now that we're talking about DJ Chark more and more, I'm kind of warming up to the idea.
I am too. It's really. I think our boy Ramey really did something. I think
he might be on to something.
I think he's on to something.
Yeah.
So what this means is that after the podcast tonight, I'm going to fire up some DJ Chark highlights and just get the video ready. It's going to be ready for when it happens now.
Come to Baltimore. Hopefully, maybe somebody from the Ravens front office is a fan of the Purple Rain podcast and they're watching and they put it in EDC's ear like, hey, maybe we should see what Chark is looking like. Right. See what we can get. But yeah. Let's see. I think we have one more. Yeah, we have one last one to get to here. And it is from the viewers. Washington football team. Oh yeah, 50 viewers. Thank you guys so much. But the Washington football team, that's the last one that they have here. And they say that we would trade away Orlando Brown for Washington's number 19 overall pick and their 2022 third round pick. Okay. Kind of similar to the other one, I believe it was the Dolphins, 17th overall pick in the 2022.
The best trade I liked the most was the first one of the Colts.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, number 19, only 2 more. And is moving up 2 picks really worth a third or a second round pick, like the difference between a second and a third?
Uh, I don't know, man. I don't know. But now that we're looking at like you said before, the DJ Chark thing seems a little bit more realistic for one, and I feel like it might be good. It might be good if we go for something like that. I'm looking at it again. It says the number 33 overall pick, DJ Chark. We might be able to get an offensive lineman with that 33 overall pick, or maybe we get it with the 27th pick and get something else with the 33. But I don't know. I think after further review, I'm
Yeah.
liking that Jacksonville Jaguars trade.
We went to the Microsoft Surface. All right, we went to them. We reviewed all the options like they would
Yeah.
in a real game. And after
Right.
further review, I think we like the Jaguars. But the pick gets moved up, and then you never know. A
Yeah.
first and Chark for an All-Pro lineman to protect your future investment at quarterback, number one overall pick. That's doing a lot, not only for us but for the Jaguars, because it's showing they have faith in Lawrence. I
Yeah.
honestly think that's a win-win on both sides. I don't think the Jaguars fans would be mad at that. Because look at Burrow.
Yeah.
Burrow had no line around him. I mean, he got hurt on a bad hit because he had a scramble, I think it was. He was out for the year.
Yeah.
Anything else? I mean, I don't know.
No, man. I think that would be that would probably be one of our best options. It would be one of our best options. But nonetheless, Orlando Brown, what we do know is he's not going to be a Raven next season. That's what we do know right now. So we just kind of have to wait around and see what this front office does. Pain, anguish, suffering, all of the above. But I think that this gets done. How soon do you think it gets done? Just predicting.
Before the draft, I'm gonna go latest mid-March.
Mid-March.
Because I would say mid-March is when they start to feel out who they're gonna take in the first round.
Mm.
I think that's fair because pro day tapes come out. So actually, after all the pro days and after all of them, I'm gonna go. We'll probably get traded, or unless somebody blows us away and we take it.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely agree with you there. I would say sometime in March, honestly. If not, I mean, it's already February, so yeah, I would probably say sometime in March, definitely, but well before the draft. I think it's going to be enough time before the draft so they know what to do with those picks. You know what I mean? It's not going to be anything last minute. So,
real quick,
yeah,
Orlando Brown won't be a Raven next year, but you know who will be a Raven next year? Number 85 on the field, number 1 in your heart, Eric Tomlinson. We signed him to a 1-year extension. I think I'm the only one who's actually happy about this because I don't know why. It's like one of my favorite Ravens because he just didn't do it. He didn't catch any passes, but he could block.
Oh yeah, block his ass
hear
off.
We have 3 tight ends. We may see the return of 3 tight end sets next year, and I'm pretty excited for that. And then some more NFL news. I'm pretty sure you know this, but the Washington football team re-signed Taylor Heineke to a 2-year deal. So good for him.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Good for him, but I don't know if that's the answer for Washington.
It's not. They're still in the market for a serviceable backup. He went into a playoff game and played his ass off. They could draft somebody and could maybe have a QB competition, but I can see them going after somebody big. I don't know who.
You really think so?
I mean, maybe Cam Newton links up with Ron Rivera again. Didn't have the best years in New England. I can't see that happening. I think Alex Smith coming back, I would like to see that. I really would.
Nah, man. I don't.
You don't think Alex
I don't
Smith
really want to see. I mean, that would be cool, but I feel like he's not going to be. Alex Smith is not competitive enough to win you anything. Like it's just he's just out there vibing. He's just playing.
He helped get in the playoffs. He helped him.
I mean, he helped them, but was he gonna win playoff games? Were they gonna make a deep playoff run when their backs were against the wall? Was he gonna march down the field and score touchdowns? Was he gonna be their franchise quarterback? I don't know. I don't think so.
Definitely not franchise, but they got matched up against Super Bowl champions in the first round. But that's the NFC least for you. I don't know. The only team in there actually, if they were healthy, the Cowboys, I think they can scare me. But any of the other those teams, they don't scare me.
Really?
Eagles don't. Giants don't. Washington doesn't. Giants maybe if they got their act together and Saquon know how to use them right, but the Eagles don't scare me.
Yeah,
Washington, Washington, their defense does scare me. but they got to do something on offense. You got to get that guy who can lead the ship.
I mean, they're kind of stuck in limbo right now. They're coming off of a season where their defense was really good and, basically got them to, the postseason. But so they're basically meaning that they're too good to have like a super high draft pick to draft their franchise quarterback, like their next guy. But, they're not good enough to really succeed with what they have right now. So like you said, I mean, maybe they can bring in a Cam Newton. Maybe they can bring in like a Marcus Mariota or something like that.
There's been rumblings. I mean, I think if you're a quarterback, it's a pretty good spot for you.
Yeah.
You got your number one. You got a pretty good damn running back behind you, still on his rookie deal.
Right.
Logan Thomas, a tight end. I mean, do they still have Sims Jr.?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they do. Cam Sims. Yeah.
I mean, it's better than other situations. It's a lot better than the Lions right now, better than the Texans. So we'll see. But I'm looking forward to seeing what the Washington football team. They've started growing on me. I'll be honest. They're growing on me.
Yeah. They're definitely a good team too, especially if you're from Maryland. I'm from Maryland. I've always grown up around them, so I kind of always root for them, like in my back pocket. But it's always Ravens first. You guys know that. Let's see. I think we had something in here referring to a couple things. Chris Swain, we're talking about the whole tight end situation in Baltimore. Says he's happy for it. He and Boyle are going to be a great tight end blocking duo, I think. Talking about Eric Tomlinson and Nick Boyle. Mm-hmm.
I went on Twitter. Yeah. Ravens Twitter is literally the top. It's the peak. Ravens Instagram, what are y'all doing? Because I saw on Instagram, they're trying to say that Tomlinson, we're just wasting our money. He had 0 catches. That means he's worthless. Okay, go and watch.
They weren't watching the games,
Go and watch that Giants game. Go and watch the Titans game. He was on the plays. He was on the field for some of the biggest plays that happened. That man can block his ass off. Him and Boyle, it's like having 3 fullbacks on the field for cards on the field too, because they're gonna each take somebody and probably take 2 people. I love it, and our run game's gonna be even better next year with him being signed. Like, I'm ecstatic. I'm over the moon about it.
Yeah. Hoodie Ramey says thoughts on Ravens looking at Tyrell Williams.
For the right price, I'm not against it. I mean, he'll be fully healed up. I like them with the Raiders. I mean, the reason why I got cut was that ginormous cap hit he had. But
yeah, I mean, like you said, for the right price, I wouldn't mind bringing a guy like Tyrell Williams, and definitely couldn't hurt. I'm just more like whoever we bring in. I'm just very, very curious and excited at the same time to see how we scheme these guys with our new passing game coordinator, with our new wide receivers coaches. What are we going to do with the weapons that we have, first of all? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I feel like with a lot of our receivers, we have good receivers. I feel like we have talent on our wide receiving core as it is already. But with Greg Roman and our offense and like the people calling the plays, I feel like we have the right tools. We're just holding them from the wrong end, and that's the problem. You know what I mean? And that's why we can't really get anything done, because I feel like we're not using these guys the right way. So hopefully with these new coaches coming in, we can get that going.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hope so.
But moving right along here, Peyton says, honestly, I was hoping we would draft a tight end. Devon Johnson follows that up, says we still will.
It's definitely still in the cards. I mean, we signed Jarrell Adams last year from the Giants, and then we cut him. So it's a vet minimum deal. I don't think if we cut him, we'll be losing a lot. So I mean, it's still on the table, but we still have Breland and Wolf. I mean, we're gonna have tight end competition. So it's not like he's coming on to making the team, but there will be a third tight end that's looking like, which I'm pretty happy about.
Let's see. Michael the Hawks fan says Ravens Twitter is better than any other NFL team's Twitter. Your favorite NFL team's Twitter.
It is. Is my guy Gamer got in here? Because he can vouch for that too. The Ravens Twitter is elite. It is elite. Yeah, it's elite.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out to Ravens Twitter. Let's see. What else do we have here? John James says, "What's up, fellas? I'm late. Had to work, hoping these new coaches can upgrade our pass offense." Well, that's all good, John. We appreciate you for coming through.
Thank you. I mean, we talked about it last episode. We're happy. We're excited.
Yeah. Very excited, man. Just and I think I just want to touch on it again from what I said last episode, but just
Talk to him.
bringing in those younger, I feel like hungrier coaches to change the culture in that locker room, specifically on the offense, of course, with the receiving core. It's gonna pay dividends. I really do think it will. And yeah, very excited to see it. Very excited.
Spit
So
facts right now. Love it.
yeah,
I saw
yeah.
a comment about preseason by any chance. Can you find that real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah, if we do get a preseason, me and Sutton are going to a game together. We don't know which one, but if we get a preseason, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
We talked about it, so hopefully, like I am praying we get a preseason.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And I mean, I feel like we will. The way I feel like it's trending towards, having fans back next season.
Yeah.
And with that being said, I feel like they're probably going to go ahead and have a preseason.
I saw
yeah.
that it's looking like they're gonna give you a test before the game, and if it's negative, you can come in. So, listen, to go to a Ravens game, you can bet your ass I'm gonna be staying home, making sure I don't talk to nobody, because I want to go to a game so bad. I'm gonna make sure that thing's negative. But if we go, I mean, we're gonna tell you where we come through. We can talk all things Ravens, so that's why I'm looking forward to a big time,
Yeah.
big time.
Yeah. Let's see. And Antoine Knox, he says the new hires could be a wake up call for Greg Roman. I like that. I like that. And I also shout out to, once again, Lunch Break Hot Take. They had, I think my guy Jose had brought up a good point yesterday. He was saying that, like, listen, Greg Roman's on a short leash, right? Like Greg Roman, like if we start next season and the offense struggles in the first quarter of the season, so which, the first 4 games, he might be on the hot seat. He might be on his way out, and they might be, get him out of there and boom, move Keith Williams right on up.
Same
he could be looking over his shoulder.
Morning Week. I mean, Morning Week got shipped out after the 18th season. We brought in Greg Roman. Helped Lamar have MVP season. But the signs were there that with the whole passing game, because when Steve Smith called him out, we're in the same offense with Buffalo, with Tyrod Taylor, and the same offense with the Niners and Kaepernick. This is fresh face. You don't know what you're going to get from him. I love it.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely, and maybe that's what we need. And like I said, if we start if we start the season struggling on offense next year, then of course that Ravens front office, the people really in charge are going to start thinking like, okay, we got to make some adjustments here. But big shout out to our guy Engraven Videos. He says, "Yo, what's up, Sutton Def and Mr. Simply AS10 on Twitter."
Finally,
what up, bro?
Thank you. What's up? 60 people in here. Do you want to do the questions now? I mean, we got.
Yes, we could do the questions. Yeah.
So it's that time of the episode. Drop any question you have. We don't care what it's about. It can be sports. It can be why is the color of your wall white. It can be anything. Yeah. I don't know. Ask it. Let it fly.
Ask it. What's your favorite food? What's the most embarrassing moment of your life? I don't know, anything.
I don't even know what the most embarrassing moment of my life is. I have no clue.
Yeah, but like I said, this is our questions. Let's see, our questions segment here where we have you guys ask us questions, and we already have a couple in here. Raimi says, favorite gas station snack. That's a good question.
Is my guy Boz in here? Paging Boz, because we had many of those late nights where you have to hit the Wawa up. It's like, what do you get? What do you get? And for me, either gummy bears and Gatorade or a vitamin water, or some Takis. Takis are my weakness. I'll be honest.
Really,
some Takis. Love me. Some Takis.
I think that I'm gonna probably go with some sour gummy worms. I like gummy worms, but I like the sour ones. Those ones go crazy. They go crazy. Yeah, man. Let's see what else we have here. Engraven says, "What is that light right there?" Simply.
This one. I'm glad you asked. It's a cactus lamp.
Ooh,
I'm just a big fan of the Cactus, Cactus Jack, Travis Scott. That's why it's here.
yeah.
So,
Let's
very nice.
see. Void says, "Is it too bold to say that our passing offense with Marty Morningwig was better than it is with Roman now?"
I don't know. I think
I don't think it's bold.
it fit Flacco's game a lot better than it fit Lamar's game because Flacco
Yeah,
was looking good the way we started. I know that Sunday night game he hit John Brown down the sideline like Flacco, and then it turned into Flacco. He was just had no type of pocket awareness, throwing off his back foot, wasn't
yeah,
mobile, it just didn't look right. I don't think it is
yeah,
too bold to say that thinking about it.
yeah. Let's see. Bob the Minion says, "Favorite music artist right now." I mean,
Um,
you guys know. You guys know my guy Simply, man. We already know what he's gonna say.
Real quick,
Yeah.
our guy Ramy just brought it out. Jihad Ward just tweeted, "New money on the way."
Hmm.
Is that what I think
Interesting.
it is?
What do you think it is?
A new contract, hopefully with the
Hmm.
Ravens. I think
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
is. I
I
think
think
it
it is
is.
too. I think it is too. And if it is, we love to see it, right?
And if it is, I'm making a video tonight on Jihad Ward. So no sleep
Hey.
for me. I got a
Stay
morning class
tuned.
tomorrow. I'm gonna have to. I don't even know, but if it is, I hope it is. I'd be over the moon with that one.
Shout out to Jahad Ward. Man, hopefully he does get his money because he definitely is a baller for us. And Graven says, "Okay, you said it, Sutton. What's the most embarrassing moment of your life?" Probably the most embarrassing moment of my life. It was back in college. There was some sort of like pep rally thing going on in like the campus like common area, and like there was like these rails, just like these railings, very thin. You know how like you like to sit up on top of a rail. I was sitting on the rail and I was like swinging my feet and everything like that, and then like I like swing backwards and like I'm holding onto the rail, and as I swing backwards, like my body comes like up, still holding on to it, but there's concrete underneath me. So like on the backswing, like coming back, like I hit my face on the concrete and like gashes up my face like really, really bad. And long story short, I had to go to class for like a month with like, a huge gash on my face. It was super embarrassing. Probably the most embarrassing moment of my life because a lot of people saw it when it happened too. That was terrible.
Did they know
But
like that was you? Like, were you easy to tell that it was you with the cut
yeah,
that bad?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. It was pretty obvious. But yeah. Did you have any embarrassing moments, bro?
um, let me just like PG it.
Mm,
Um, long night. Don't know anybody there.
mm.
That walk. That walk is all I'm gonna. It's that walk of shame, and I'm gonna leave it at that. That's very embarrassing. You have morning breath.
Yeah.
Not fun.
It as the
Yeah.
kids like to say, it be like that. It be like that, man. Emmanuel Sapa, he says, should the Ravens switch to a 4-3 defense next season? So four linemen and three linebacker sets.
It's been working for me in Madden.
Yeah.
It's been working. I was getting torched in the 3-4. I switched to the 4-3, and I was shutting people down.
Oh, bro.
That means
Speaking of Madden, you want to run some Madden after this?
I think we might have to. I think we might have to. I'm probably
I
gonna get
say
beat,
yeah.
but yeah, why
Me
not?
versus you. Yeah, let's do it.
Then you gotta run. Then you gotta run some mud squad. So me and Boz, you get head coach, you get to play with us. I get defense, he gets offense.
Okay. See, I've never run the Ultimate Team, so y'all got to show me the way
Okay,
around that. But going through these questions here, Michael the Hawks fan, he says Sprite or Coke. I'm gonna go Sprite. What about you?
Sprite.
All right, yeah, definitely. Void says slushies and taquitos. Yeah, for sure for the gas
Okay.
station snacks.
Depends the type of slushy. Where you getting the slushy from? 7-Eleven?
Yeah, 7-Eleven.
Uh,
7-Eleven has some pretty good
their
slushies for
Slurpees. Their
sure.
Slurpees go crazy.
Yeah. I see. Gigi says, do you think we should trade the Bengals for that fifth pick and second round pick for Orlando Brown?
Nope.
Mm,
Nope.
no,
Nope.
no.
Nope.
Yeah. Let's see.
Four teams are off limits for me. Steelers, Browns, Bengals, Chiefs, and then Bills. 5. Throw them one there. Anybody who's a threat to us, throw them out.
Yeah, can't have that at all. Let's see what else we have here. Self-Reg says, do y'all get down with fighting games like Street Fighter 2, and what are your favorites? Me personally, I grew up Tekken. Tekken was a big fighter game that I played. Mortal Kombat, I was big on that. Nowadays, I still like fighting games, but I'm really big into mixed martial arts and UFC and stuff like that. So I'll play like UFC, like the video game. I really like that. But what about you, Alex?
I never rocked with the fighting games. Only fighting, if you can call it, was the old SmackDown vs. Raw 2007. That was crazy. And the soundtrack was even harder. So I'm going with that one.
Let's see. Gamer Guy says, hot take, Takis are overrated. I've actually never had them.
Gamer Guy. I gotta follow you now. It's just that's how it is.
I've never had Takis before. I gotta try them.
I get the lime ones. Definitely.
Don Posey says, my bad, bro.
You're good.
He says, favorite shoe, Jordans or Nikes? I'm gonna go Nikes, only because I used to love Jordans back when I was in high school. I used to love Jordans. I didn't have a whole bunch because they're expensive, but Nikes are just so versatile. You can wear them with a lot of different things. So I'm gonna have to go Nikes.
Nikes, 100%. My favorite Jordans though, I have a pair of like Oreo Retro 6s. I think had them since like high school, and then but Nikes for sure. But my dream Jordan is the Cactus Jack ones. I know there's so much money. Just make one day.
Those sound exclusive and expensive, but my favorite Jordans would probably have to be the Concord 11s. Those will always go down in history.
I always used to get them in 2K. My player always had those on. They were the cleanest ones.
It's funny because like when I was like a baby, I actually had like my parents, they bought me like a pair of Concord 11s. And it's funny because I still have them to this day. I can show you guys, actually. It's pretty funny.
To this day. I don't know what he's doing right now.
Look.
Oh, he has them.
Look, these are my Concord 11s.
He came out with the receipts.
From when I was like, maybe 1 year old or so.
I fully expect you to hand them down to your son when it happens.
Oh, yeah. Definitely will probably have to do that. Let's see what other questions we have before we wrap up for tonight. Let's see. I see Void says Puma or Reebok.
Neither. I mean,
I'm gonna go Puma.
Puma. I have a couple of soccer jerseys in Puma. That's the only reason why.
Yeah. I'm going to probably have to go with Puma for sure. The Spirit of Ogun says, pass those shoes down to your future son. Definitely will. I got to, bro. What else do we have here? I saw Bob the Minion says, how do you guys know each other? That's a great question, man. That's a great question.
I'm going to let Sutton take it because honestly, if it was never for him, this wouldn't have been a thing. So you can take it away.
Well, I mean, so basically, it was before last season, before this past season started. We all went on our guy Engraven Videos channel, and we did a video, and me and Alex happened to be featured on that video, on that live stream. Big shout out to Engraven Videos, by the way. He puts on for the entire Ravens YouTube community, so, big shout out to him. But we were on the stream, and I was like, this guy Alex, he seems pretty cool. I knew he had like a highlight video channel and stuff like that, but I didn't know that I didn't know if he like talked Ravens, so to say. So when I saw him talking Ravens, I was like, okay, cool. So he can actually, mix it up about the game and everything like that too. So a couple months go down the line, and I'm kind of thinking to myself like, hey, I kind of want to start, like a Ravens channel, but I don't want to do it on my own. So why not get my guy Alex here, another diehard Ravens fan who knows what he's talking about, knows the game, everything like that. So, I reached out to him. And the rest is just kind of history. Here we are, 25 episodes in. And a big thank you to Engraven because that was the first time I did like a face reveal. Like I never even cared. Like I always have like my YouTube and like my personal socials. I never cared about it. But it's like seeing what everybody like knew what I looked like was kind of cool. And then I was so welcome, It was like we all knew each other in that stream. Like 6 people it was like just sitting there at a restaurant talking Ravens. And here we are, I think don't want to, like I said, the Ravens Twitter is the best Twitter. Ravens YouTube is the best YouTube. You can at me. I don't care. Bring it on. Best. Let's see. I know we had Peyton Elizabeth. She says, "What is the worst injury that you've ever had?" What's the worst injury you've had, bro?
Probably when I got in a car accident, my car got totaled. I had whiplash, and I couldn't play
Hmm.
soccer for like a couple of weeks, which sucks. I was on an indoor soccer team. That was
Hmm.
probably, and I literally escaped it with a scratch under my eye. Actually, you know what? I'll show you the picture. Like I just had a scratch right here.
Yeah.
Um, this was like when I tell you, I like somebody was looking out for me that day. I don't know who it was. Um, it was November of 18.
Worst injury. I don't know if I've ever had any really bad injuries. I mean, I've been in a couple car accidents, but I was never really
That
super
was my
banged
car.
up. But oh my gosh,
Yeah,
bro.
I just had a little scratch
Jeez.
under my eye. Here we are.
Well, thankfully that
Yeah, I
you're
mean,
here today.
I wouldn't never want to pray that anybody get in a car accident because it's just then
Super
like the
scary.
whole process too afterwards. Oh my god, just it's so
Yeah.
draining, so draining.
Yeah. Darius Simmons says, which do you prefer, PlayStation 5 or Xbox X or S? I gotta go PS5, man. I've been a PlayStation guy since a little kid. I gotta go with PlayStation. What about you, though?
PS5 for sure. I mean, I can't get my hands on one, but I know somebody who do is getting one. Buzz. Um, yeah. So
Let's see what else we have here. Dr. Didi says, what school do you go to? Simply.
I go to Towson University. You guys in high school? I went to Franklin High School, but now I go to Towson University.
Okay. Okay.
Actually, I might have it over there.
Let's.
I'm not gonna put it on, but fuck it, I'll put it on. I got you.
While he goes to get that,
I got you.
let's see. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Our guy Void, he says, do we see that we can get anything for Trace McSorley in the trade market? Do we think we can get anything for Trace?
If they want 4 firsts for Deshaun Watson, I want 5 firsts for Trace McSorley. That's the GOAT right there.
Oh
But
man.
in all seriousness, I want to see him and Trace battle. I mean, him and Tyler Huntley battle it out because
Yeah.
it's definitely some healthy competition. Both of them look good when they got their chances.
Hmm.
So we'll see. But I think we'll keep both of them, to be honest.
Yeah. I could definitely see that happening. I could definitely see us keeping both of them going into the next season. And Graven Vid says, where are you from, Sutton? I am actually from Southern Maryland. Yeah, Southern Maryland. So not probably about an hour and some change away from Baltimore. But Charles County, that's around where I am from. Let's see. Rush, our guy Rush, he says, yo, what's going on, boys? Shout out to Rush, man. Always coming through,
This
always supporting. Oh, bro,
Rush, he made the best tweet of the week.
talk about it.
If I
Talk
may.
about it.
So I don't know if you saw the guy who I could compare to Patrick Mahomes. They say I look like. I don't see it anymore. I mean, the hair is gone. He actually went on after the Super Bowl and said, his receivers weren't running the correct routes. His
Hmm.
line wasn't doing the best. Basically,
Right.
putting the blame on other people. And
Right.
my guy Rush had the best tweet of the week. He said, "But if that were Lamar Jackson, imagine what the backlash he would receive."
Oh yeah.
I retweeted it and liked it because that was facts, all facts, no cap.
All
Just Rush
facts.
speaking facts.
No cap. So let's see. Shout out to our guy Rush. Now I think we had a couple other questions in here. Cameron Nichols says, "Did you hear what happened in Fort Worth today? Scary stuff." I actually did not hear about what happened in Fort Worth today.
I believe it was a shooting. So always let me pull it up.
Um,
Oh no, I'm sorry, I'm lying. It was an accident. It was at
hmm,
least 5 people died and dozens other in a pile up. Yeah.
wow,
Oh wow, wow, wow,
that's yeah,
wow.
sad news.
100-car pile up.
Really, wow, that's ridiculous. 100 cars. Wow. Just definitely thoughts and prayers go out to those
Yeah.
affected by that. That should never want to see anything like that happen, but definitely
No,
just
I.
got to keep
Yeah.
you know yeah. So we'll go ahead and like I said, just keep them in your thoughts, keep them in your prayers, guys. Let's see. Click One says, do you think Lamar is a top 8 QB? Yes, I do as well.
Easily.
Considering what he's done, how much he actually wins, and how efficient he is, I'm gonna say top 8 for sure. Christopher
And
Swain says, "Yeah, go ahead, bro. My
I
bad."
saw a lot of people saying Baker's better than Lamar.
Tuh.
What do you want?
Yeah,
Stop it. Get some help.
stop it. Get some
Please.
help.
Please. Get some help. Get some help.
That is hilarious. That's probably the funniest Michael Jordan commercial ever. So let's see. Christopher Swain says, "Would you play a Black Panther video game?" Hey, why not? Maybe on PlayStation 5 if they have some insane graphics and a really good storyline. Why not play a Black Panther video game? Why not?
I don't play games like that, but why not?
See, I used to be a really big fan of single player games just to enjoy the story. It almost felt like a really good book I was
I
reading.
got
Just
you.
dive into it, just kind of, But yeah, that's just me though. Let's see what else we have here. I think we have a couple more, and then we're gonna go ahead and get out of you guys' way. And
I
Graven
actually
says there's another stream coming with us, us two coming soon.
do
So
it.
we'll definitely coordinate that for sure.
After the question, I just want to talk about a couple of rumors. That's all. After that.
Okay,
And
sure.
we'll be good
Yeah.
to go.
So Void says Gatorade or Powerade.
Gatorade.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
Yeah.
Gatorade as well. Gatorade has gotten me out of a lot of tough situations, and by that I mean hangovers. Back in college, it works wonders. But let's see. I think that's going to be it for the question
I saw one I
segment.
liked. One I saw
What
one.
was it? What was
It
it?
was from Kingbird 56. This
Um,
one can spark some conversation. I like it.
what did he say? I can't. Let's see.
I can say it if you can't find it.
Yeah, because it might have been from a
Okay.
while ago. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
So he asked, "Who is our celebrity crush?" I
Oh,
think this is a good question because everybody has an answer, unless you were taken. But I got my answer. I have multiple
who
actually.
who's your answer?
So growing up, it was Selena Gomez, 100%, 100%. But now it's either LMA, literally love her, or nah, it's LMA. It's LMA, 100%.
Really?
R&B's.
LMA?
I literally went to her concert last year in Baltimore. No, actually in 2019. Yeah, no, it wasn't. Yeah, it was 2019. Sorry.
Man,
Yeah,
I never seen you say anything about LMA until now.
she literally responded to my tweet a couple of months ago, bro.
It's always Kim Kardashian and Kendall Jenner this when I see your Twitter, so I don't know, man.
Come
I
on
don't
now,
know.
yo. Because I will have to pull the receipts for this man now. You know what? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have to pull the
Okay.
receipts out. I'm gonna have to
You
pull the
might
receipts.
have to, man. You might have to. Uh, I mean, celebrity girl crush, I would probably have to go. I mean, for me, it's probably always been Rihanna, man. Rihanna, she's on another level. She's on another level. She's super talented. She seems super cool, laid back. Yeah, I'd probably have to go Rihanna. That's probably almost every guy's to some
And,
extent crush.
but can you go wrong with it though? You can't. You
Can't go
can't go wrong
wrong.
with it. All
Can't
right,
go
I
wrong
got
with
you.
Rihanna.
I'm
So
I'm gonna send you the tweet right now when she responded back to me.
Megan Good. Peyton says her celebrity crush is Lamar Jackson, LMAO. Brandon says
Same.
Scarlett Johansson. Okay, I like Scarlett
Who did I
Johansson.
tweet
That's a
about?
good one.
Oh, I forget who I tweeted about a couple of days ago. Oh, who was it? Oh, I gotta go through my Twitter now. It was somebody, and then it kind of sparked a conversation.
Ariana Grande.
You
Interesting,
can't go wrong with
interesting.
that. You can't. Listen, I'm not even gonna say it, but yeah, definitely Ariana Grande.
Yeah, Ariana Grande. She's very beautiful. Let's see. John James says, "Who do you think is going to win the Jake Paul and Ben Askren fight?" I mean, I think that I'm gonna go Jake Paul. For those of you guys who don't know, Jake Paul is a internet celebrity YouTuber who turned boxer who just beat up Nate Robinson, who was a former
Mm.
basketball player, NBA player. And now he's fighting Ben Askren, who is a former Olympic level wrestler, world champion in mixed martial arts promotions, and they're fighting. But in terms of who I think is going to win, I'm going to probably go Jake Paul, because Ben Askren literally does not throw punches at all. He does not strike well at all. And this is a boxing match, not a wrestling match. So I'm going to go Jake Paul.
I feel so dumb. It's Madison Beer. That's what I was thinking of. So stupid. That's what it's her too.
That's the girl. What is she? I can't remember what she looks like, but
yeah, her. She's like on it new, but it's been LMA for like a couple of years now.
What does she do though?
She's a singer.
Okay, but yeah, I think some people said King Bird says they hope Ben Askren wins. Tyler Sugar says Ben's first knockout. Ben is a professional fighter. Ben is a professional fighter, but he's not a good boxer. He is not a striker. I'm telling you guys, from somebody who has watched Ben Askren fight, he does not strike well at all. At all. His first resort is to try to take you down. And Jake Paul, he's sharp. He trains well. So I'm going to go with Jake Paul, man. And of course, it's all for the money, but I got Jake Paul. Let's see what else we have here. Our guy Simply AS10 says, my crush is at Ramey.
he said I was his, so I'm just going to, it's all love around here.
Oh yeah, I did see that. Shout out to Hoodie Ramey. We got a new member of the Rain Gang here tonight. Shout out to him. Shout out to everybody watching live right now. Still, if you're not watching live, you're watching the replay. Hi, and shout out to you. We love you guys. We appreciate you guys. And make sure you like the video if you haven't, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already as well. Our guy Void, I didn't forget about you. Void. He says, do you think that Kong will beat Godzilla in the upcoming movie? I think it's Kong versus Godzilla. Yeah. Who do you think is going to win that?
Out of Kong or Godzilla? Who to pick? If the death beams are pointed at the Earth, then I got to pick. I want Iguodala. That's who I want. Yeah, I was given the chance and I had to take it and run with it. I want Iguodala.
That's going to be a running joke on this podcast. But I mean, in all seriousness, I'll probably have to take. I'm gonna take Kong. I feel like they advertise the movie as Godzilla being OP because he can shoot out freaking beam cannons from his mouth. But Kong, him and his opposable thumbs will probably find a way to, take out Godzilla. So I got Kong winning. But we see a couple people in the chat. King Bird says Godzilla's gonna get that. Andrew says Kong. Tyler says he ain't a king for no reason. Devon Johnson says Kong. Let's see. Lunch Break Hot Take says, what up?
What is up? We were
just talking about you guys, man. Talking about how you guys had a great stream last night. If you guys didn't get to check that out, make sure you guys go ahead and check out their channel as well. Subscribe to them. They've got a lot of great content coming out. Just like us, they're not stopping just because the regular season's over or just because the NFL season's over. So, yeah. Y'all know what it is. Make sure you guys go ahead and check them out as well. So, let's see.
I want to give a big shout out to the whole Ravens linebacking room. Made a video on LJ Fort this week. They all shared it to the Instagrams. Like, that linebacking room, like, it has to be, like, the closest group, I think. Like, they were all, like, just – all of them just shared it. That was big.
Yeah.
Like, that definitely – like, I cannot wait for next season.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. This comment is pretty funny to me. Voice says, in all caps, it's not a beam cannon. It is ionizing radiation that's coming out of Godzilla. That's hilarious. Shout out to you, Void, for actually knowing that. And that is great information. But I think I'm still going to pick Kong to win. So let's see. J Prime says, thumbs up for the win. Absolutely. Or no, you're saying thumbs for the win by Kong. But thumbs up, too. Use your thumbs to thumbs up the video. We appreciate you guys. We'll end the questions with this, and then we'll get into the rumors. Ramey says, most underrated Raven. His is Malik Harrison.
Is there any doubt who mine's going to be? Actually, I have two.
Give us both.
I think underrated by the NFL. Number 35, Gus Edwards.
The bus.
This man, 3 years, averages 5 yards a carry.
Mm.
Like, do you not understand how hard that is? He
Yeah.
would take contact 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage, fight through it, dive for 5 yards.
Yep.
And
Sure will.
he raps too. He does it all. Better than Le'Veon Bell. Better than AB. Better than your favorite player. Give me Gus
Yeah.
Edwards.
Okay.
And then my
Gus
other one,
Edwards.
yeah. Oh, who's yours? I'll get my other one afterwards.
Okay. My most underrated. I'm gonna probably have to say. I'm gonna go. Oof, it's kind of tough. I'm gonna go Justin Madubuike.
There we
I'm gonna
go.
go Justin Madubuike. Limited opportunities this year, of course, but mainly because of injury, of course. But I think that we didn't get to see nearly enough of him, but what we did get to see from him was super duper promising. And he doesn't play the most glamorous position, of course. So we're not always singing his praises, or the mass media, the main media is not always singing his praises. But I think going forward, like you said, not too long ago, Justin Madubuike is going to be a problem. He's going to be a huge issue
What's he gonna be?
for
Tell him what it's gonna be.
a problem, a
Yes.
problem, certified. For offensive lines next year. So we'll see. But that's my pick. I've got Justin Madubuike.
And then also it's LJ Ford for me has to be up there. I mean, this man is getting robbed every single year of a interception. He has one career interception. It was against Michael Vick 8 years ago. Since he's been in Baltimore, he got robbed of two against the Browns in 2019, got robbed against the Jaguars, robbed against the Cowboys. Like, when is it going to come for him? And then, obviously, Malik Harrison, when he is on the field, he made his presence known.
Yeah.
And also another honorable mention, you know it's coming. You know he's one of my favorite players, the Joker, Deshaun Elliott.
Yeah.
He's going to be a Pro Bowler next year. Like, I cannot wait to see 32. Oh, I just need the season to come here now. Like, I cannot wait to see him just cracking skulls on the field again.
Absolutely. You know, it's funny. I was playing Madden earlier, and I was using the Ravens against this guy, and he got like a huge fourth down conversion on me, like 30 yards down the field. But he was one-on-one with our guy Deshaun Elliott, and Deshaun pulled up, and he laid that hit stick, and that ball came loose. He picked it right up and took it right back for a score. Yeah, it was. I was like, yeah, that's our guy. That's our guy, the Joker.
Yes.
So I definitely agree with you there. But Void says he mentions Willie Snead. Willie Snead is definitely a good pick. I don't know about most underrated, but
He's definitely underrated, I think. I want us to keep him. I really do. I hope he stays. That's the one that'll hurt me if he leaves. Yeah, I won't be hurt if Ngakoue leaves, if Bowers leaves, but I'll be hurt if Snead leaves.
Yeah, definitely would be hurt if Willie Snead would go. But, all good things must come to an end. Let's see. Rush says Malik Harrison, Derrick Henry's dead. Let's see. King Bird says Justin 2.0 is an Aaron Donald.
Speaking of Derrick Henry, did you guys see what he was wearing at the NFL Honors? He looked like a highlighter. He looked like a highlighter. Let me pull it up for you.
I mean, he kind of does sometimes wearing those bright yellow Rams jerseys.
Derrick Henry?
Oh, no.
Oh, did I say Aaron Donald? I meant Derrick Henry.
You meant Derrick Henry. Okay, yeah.
I got you.
Yeah. So
this is what he was wearing. Like this neon. And
that's very Derrick Henry.
And that's what it looks like. So.
Yeah. Very, very on brand for Derrick Henry.
And listen, if he wants to find out who said that, it wasn't me. I don't want to get ran over. I don't want to get stiff armed.
Right.
That was simply 10AS. So
simply 10AS. All right. So we'll go ahead and get into the rumors. What rumors do we have, bro?
Got you. So, it's that time of the year. Hopped on NFL trade rumors and just seeing, what's going on.
Okay.
What we got? I know my guy Engraven, he did a great video. Patrick Peterson, looking like he's parting ways with the Cardinals. We talked about it, I think, we take Pat Pete. I mean, how our secondary gets. That was one of them. Here we go. AFC notes. All right, the Ravens. Where is it at? The Athletics, Jeff Zrebeck, says he would prefer to keep Tyree Phillips at guard, but he has the flexibility to play tackle. How do you feel about that? I know how I feel about that, but how do you guys feel about Tyree Phillips being a starter next year?
Unless he shows major strides, OTAs, training camp, and again, hopefully we can have a preseason. You know what I mean? Unless he shows major strides, then no, absolutely not, because it was completely unacceptable. The level of performance we got, not only from him, but from guys like DJ Fluker, Makari as well. We just did not get good performances at all out of them. But Tyree Phillips, he had one really bad play that cost us a touchdown, in that Bills game. So with that being said, and then all the other things, that kind of brought it over to a boil at that point. So like I said, we just got to wait and see what he does in the off season, and maybe we'll bring him back. But
Yeah,
if we do, very short leash.
I'm not gonna say what I think of him because it's not nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So the Ravens created $2 million in cap space with extending Nick Boyle. So he also said he's not sure how interested we are in bringing back Judon at the price he wants or Yannick Ngakoue because of the questionable scheme fit. Kind of like we were talking about earlier, we're not too sure. What is a reasonable price for Judon?
Yeah. All right, real quick, shout out to our guy Keeping It Real. He's in here as well. Keeping It Real as always. Shout out to him. Make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe to his channel too, because he's also putting out a lot of Ravens content, a lot of NFL content as well, even some basketball stuff. I see you sprinkling in some basketball stuff. Keeping It Real. Yeah. So what were you saying though, bro, about Judon?
Just what do you think is a fair price for him making a year?
Because what was he asking for? It was like
it's less than 20. He said
I believe it was 20 that we were talking about.
He said that was fake.
I think it's tough, man. It's really tough. I would probably say somewhere in that 15 to 17 range. Maybe that's even pushing it. I just don't know, man. Like we said, Judon is very streaky. He's very streaky, so it's like you don't want to overpay. So it's very tough. But what were you about to say?
Okay. Let's just some targets that Jeff Rubeck, the GOAT, listed out.
Sure.
Marvin Jones, wide receiver. Colts tight end Trey Burton. Falcons center Alex Mack. Cowboys offensive tackle Cameron Irving. Browns cornerback Kevin Johnson. Re-signing Tyus Bowser, Derek Wolfe, and J. Ron Curse. And ESPN's Jeremy Fowler said to keep an eye on the Ravens as a potential suitor for Corey Davis, and also mentions AJ Green. A lot to take in there. We can go through this one by one if you want to, because it's a lot to take in.
Yeah, definitely a lot to take in there. Corey Davis, AJ Green rumors to the Ravens. Sure, AJ Green. I'm not. You guys know I'm not too sold on that move. Like you always say, it would be such a Ravens move, but at the end of the day, with the whole injury prone, he's a guy that misses games. He misses time. AJ Green. It's just, it would be so. No, it's not an upgrade. Like our guy Devon Johnson says, neither is an upgrade really. Like I know you're a fan of Corey Davis and everything like that, and I know a lot of people really like what's his name, AJ Green. But AJ Green and Corey Davis, I don't know if either of those guys are going to be really like somebody that we pursue. EDC, I don't really see him pursuing those guys actively. Maybe if they fall into our lap, sure. But I don't know. We'll see, though. What do you think?
I want DJ Chark now. Honestly. Right.
Got to go back and watch some of his tape, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rush says AJ is not what we need. Maybe a wide receiver of his stature would be really good. Cameron Nichols says AJ Green is not that good anymore. Hollywood is definitely better now.
Maybe if Miles Boykin, that's all I'm gonna say.
Maybe. So what was the other one?
It was just obviously we all went Derek Wolfe back. Mentioned re-signing Tyus Bowser at the right price. And then just other guys look at Cameron Irving, offensive tackle, Browns corner Kevin Johnson. Not against getting another corner. I think we all wouldn't mind getting another corner. And then Trey Burton kind of eyebrow raiser because he's dealt with his injury issues. And he can throw a pass. He was the guy who threw the Philly special touchdown.
This is
But
true.
I don't think we'll go after him, especially with the re-signing of Eric Tomlinson.
Yeah. I think maybe I feel like we'll probably end up drafting another tight end if anything.
Yeah,
But yeah.
that's all I got. That's all I got.
Well, that is the rumor report, the Rain Gang rumor report. We're still working on the title there. So stand by for finalization on that.
Bear with us.
One more thing here. Let's see. Devon Johnson says healthy on both these. No, I'm talking about Bob the Minion. He says, do you think we could get Michael Gallup? What are your thoughts on Michael Gallup?
I like him. Would take him. Cowboys get rid of him? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, Cooper,
I feel like they would.
CD, and Gallup is a three-headed monster.
Yeah.
Three-headed.
I feel that.
For the right price.
But do they need it though? I feel like they don't need that three-headed monster. You have a Zeke, you have Amari Coop, you have CD Lamb. You
got
don't
Tony
need
Pollard.
Gallup.
Tony Pollard, when he was
Pollard.
given his chances, he looked good.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what? They could. They
Right.
could.
So that is the Rain Gang rumors. And let's see. Ramey says the best Ravens podcast I have watched. I will be back. We appreciate that, bro.
Hey,
Yeah. Thank you for
if
coming
you ever
through.
want to come on, also too.
Yeah.
Let's know.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll definitely have to look into that. Real quick, we'll see. Our guy Keeping It Real says, I'm not against getting a wide receiver, but I would prefer the Ravens look to get an offensive lineman. A center would be great because we don't want a repeat of last season. Exactly, man.
Yes.
You are singing our praises right now.
And then
Keeping It Real.
We also got TCC, a Rain Gang favorite.
Tristan
TCC.
Colon Castillo.
Yes.
Sir. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, in complete agreement with you there, Keeping It Real. Not against a wide receiver, but don't overpay. Get what we need first. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like pay that bill. This is the bill. We need that offensive lineman. You know what I mean? That's the bill we need to pay right now. So, yeah.
All right. Wow. Good episode. Great episode.
Great episode,
Fantastic
guys.
episode. Phenomenal
Absolutely.
episode. Thank you.
Yeah. Let's see. Easy E says Alex got LMA in his mentions.
I tried to tell you. I had to pull out the receipts. I had to.
Yeah.
But
Okay. I see you.
I need her to go back on tour again, you know?
I see you.
Come
I
on.
see you. But yeah, guys, you guys have been watching episode 25 of the Purple Rain podcast. We appreciate each and every one of you guys who have watched this live, and also each and every one of you guys who are watching the live replay as well. We appreciate you guys just as much. We love all you guys, and we hope that we can get you guys coming throughout the off season and going into the next season, because we have a lot of good content coming for you guys. So just stay tuned. We have some big stuff coming too. We have some big stuff coming. So just be on the lookout. Merch. We're going to be bringing, probably some more guests on. We'll let you guys know who those will be sometime in the future. But be on the lookout for those sort of things. Be on the lookout for those sort of things, guys.
Hey, and the draft episode, like I said, I think we get some of the Rain Gang on. I think it's gonna be a pretty long episode. We can get you guys on, see what you're thinking about. But it's gonna be fun. Definitely gonna be fun.
Yeah, it'll definitely be fun. Noel Chase says, great episode, guys. We appreciate that. Thank you so much. All love. But yeah, we're gonna catch you guys in the next one. Make sure you like the video before you leave. Before you click away from this video, like it and subscribe to the channel. Yeah, where you going? I'm talking to you.
Are you leaving without liking the video? Seriously? Are you not rocking with the Rain Gang?
Right.
Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. We spent all this time together. No, we're just joking.
We
if you
took
like the
out.
content, yeah.
If you like dinner, and you're not gonna like it? Come on.
If you like the content, like the video. That's all it is, guys. Rain Gang. Shout out to all of you guys. I'm gonna let my guy Alex end it off on his famous quote. Go ahead, bro.
And as always, episode 25, 1/4 to 100, a quarter of the way. Give me the quarterback, Lamar Jackson. But as always, thank you for coming through. Thank you for liking. Thank you for typing. Thank you for just putting your input in. And as always, stay positive. Test negative.
And we're going to catch you guys in the next